Welcome to Huddle Adventures. I'm Eddie. Laura's isn't here right now. I want to talk to you guys about COVID-19 testing here on July 5th, 2022. Are we still required to get a COVID test to go on a cruise? What kind of COVID test is allowed? What's going on? I thought they were letting us go without the COVID test. There's a lot of confusion. People have never been this confused about the COVID-19 protocols, and we're going to get into it after this. All right, there's a lot of confusion going around about COVID-19 testing that's required before you board a cruise ship here in the United States. There's been a lot of news stories about cruise lines and other countries that sail to other countries no longer requiring COVID-19 pre-tests before boarding their cruise ships. And there's been a lot of noise about the fact that now when you fly internationally into the United States, you no longer need a COVID-19 test to fly into the United States internationally. And because you're not hearing all the news stories about COVID-19 spreading and how bad it is, and the news media has grown numb to it. It's still out there, it's still a problem, but they're not covering that. They're covering other things now, and because people are losing interest in it. They have COVID fatigue, okay? So with that said, the cruise lines here in the United States that sail out of the United States are still following CDC recommended guidelines. So they are still requiring tests before you get on board. Now you, as a cruiser, need to go to your cruise line's COVID-19 protocol section on their website and make sure you are up to date on what they're requiring and that you do everything as outlined on their website. Also, there is a great amount of confusion right now about home tests. The U.S. government, Department of Health, is now sending free COVID tests to everybody, and you can buy home tests everywhere now, and they're everywhere. You see COVID home tests everywhere. They're on Amazon, they're everywhere. Those are not acceptable for cruise lines, guys. You cannot use a regular, plain old home test. And it isn't a matter of being accurate. They want a telehealth professional home test, the kind that are prescribed to you and that are monitored by a professional telehealth person. So you take the test while on cam and they watch you to verify everything is legitimate and you didn't cheat on your test, right? So it's like it's a proctored test. When you have to have a proctored test to get a specialized license for something. You can't just take that at home online because you can cheat. So it's the same thing. So make sure you're aware of that. You can still do the eMed test. That's what we use, the eMed test. We buy a 6-pack at a time. I think with shipping is like $165 for 6 of them, something like that. And they usually come within 2 or 3 days. So keep that in mind. Until something changes, we're still testing, guys. And you're still required to have a vaccine. If without a vaccine, you have to get a waiver. And again, your cruise line will have outlined detailed information on what they require. So it's up to you as the customer to stay on top of their ever-changing protocols. I suggest checking it weekly. For every cruise you have, check it weekly. So make sure you stay on top of that. With that said, happy cruising. We'll talk to you soon. Bye.